Well, there is a lot of inertia with what is going on in China. China's a big country. It's got people who believe all sorts of things. There are people who believe China should focus purely on commercial development and building a better life for the majority of people, as much as that's possible in a nation that size with that population. There are other elements within China who are far more nationalistic, who do regard the world as a place filled with hostile elements to which China must be very wary and defensive. In terms of how things will develop, you need to follow the inertia. You need to follow the momentum, because if it's just pure physics, in a sense, things will continue rolling in many respects the way that they've gone so far. We will see more and more Chinese development overseas. They have the money to do it. They have the people to do it. China's developing the technology to do it. They're acquiring the technology to do it. We will continue to see China as a large energy consumer. Indeed, more and more and more oil from the Middle East now goes to China. There is a myth in the West that somehow we're reliant in the United States on Middle Eastern oil. That's actually not true. Most of the Middle Eastern oil now goes to China, and the U.S. is importing oil from other places, but not that much from the Middle East, not nearly as much as people think. In terms of the military side of things, China is developing in very strong ways. There are dozens of shipyards within China capable of building military vessels. What you see with China is that they are developing prototypes of different types of ships, and they are developing them, they're learning how to use them, they're testing them, they're figuring out what works. At some point, if the Chinese ever decide to make a decision for a major buy, a major build, they do have the yards, they do have the technology, the steel mills, the manpower and such to do what they want to do. It's an issue that we're going to have to live with, we're going to have to evolve with. It is a strategic relationship. You need to understand that the Chinese think in terms of Sun Tzu, they think long term, and in the West, and certainly in the United States, if we don't think long term, and if we don't read our Sun Tzu probably once a month for the rest of your life, we will stand to be surprised.